Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
Silas Graves'in
I was hired
bir
to help them
macerasına daha
track
hoş
down
geldin.
the Cowboys.
Call of Juarez 3. bölümüyle yayında ekranlarıyla sizlerle.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Abi oyunda bile kavurucu sıcak var ya.
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there!
Ne demek over there? Sensin over there.
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
Vay lan. Bayağı iyiydi bu.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did.
Oha! Kızılderililer! Ne oluyor ha?
They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground, whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere. And there never seemed to be an end to it.
Doldur şunu. Evet.
Hold on. Were you
Ne oldu
attacked
lan?
by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Hey lan
Did I
kovboylar
say
ama.
they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often wondered a regrettable situation. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe
Bu ne lan?
Bob
Ona
had
şimdi
come
yüzünden mi
in
aldın?
red
Kaç kere takar?
I was
Bir
determined
ağzına
to have
sıçıyor, bir
my
ağzına
revenge.
sıçıyor.
But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Yetenek puanı, avcı, konsantrasyon doyarlar arada. Kovan dinamik kapasitesi. Dur ya. Ben çift elle haydutu tercih ediyorum.
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
Ne oluyor?
Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men.
Nereye
I
gideceğim?
immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for,
Sudan
as my
sağ-
vengeful
Aa,
fury
sağ
was
var.
much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Gelin lan gelin hadi. Ya!
Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
Oğlum ağzına sıçıyorlar lan. Hadi be.
Serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Ulan 2 saattir neredeydi bu çıkış?
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow.
Pislikler.
Because there
Defolun.
would be, Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this. I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened.
Oha.
Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition.
Evet be. Yine harikalar yaratıyor.
Masterson once told me
Oh.
it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know.
Bir dakika ya. Az kalsın cephane unutuyorum.
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo.
Tamamdır.
That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables.
Geberin pislikler.
Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They
Ya,
were right where you
sokacağım.
wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My
Evet
fury knew
pislikler,
no
ben
bounds.
vahşi bir kediyim. Dur. Oraya nasıl çıkacağım ben şimdi? Siktir. Dur. Oraya çıkmazsam olmaz. Halledeceğim. Çıkış yok. Ya sikerim ya. Nasıl çıkacağım oğlum?
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Aha sıçtık. Mitralyözle hamama koyacak şimdi.
I yelled out
Tabii
at
ben
the top of
onunkine
my lungs.
koymadım.
Clanton, I'm
I'm coming for
you.
ya.
A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill
O
Ring.
siktir.
I needed to get that old man off that gun. Do I gotta reload again?
Reloading yapıyorsun. Tatlı çocuk.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe. But it was just me.
Tamam dur şimdi. Siktir. Evet. Siktir be. Patla. Bitch. Zahmetin bitmiş. Surprise motherfucker.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Hiç gerçeğin kırıntısı alamamıştım. Gerçi görmedim ki. Bu bölüm kısa sürdü, o yüzden 2 görev çekeceğim. Evet, öyle yapacağım.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Evet, tamam. Hadi gidelim. Surprise, bitch!
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to
Hadi
tell you about the
arkadaşlar,
Cowboys'
oyunda
new
asıl
boss.
öldürmek
Curly
istediğimiz
Bill
herif bu
Brocious.
Roscoe Byron.
Get ready,
dedikleri
boys.
Pete. Hikayenin ilerleyen bölümlerinde ne olduğunu anlayacaksınız.
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. After that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
Show yourself, coward!
Sensin, show yourself, coward.
Take him down!
Bitch! Ne oldu?
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Tam kafadan bitch.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those
Oo!
outlaws.
Seni görmedim.
So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Tamam. Umarım bu sondur, çünkü ölmek üzereyim. Ha siktir. Şerefsiz seni.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
I'm putting you down!
Aa. Merminin damına koydum. Okuma gitti.
I
Evet be.
wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed.
Oo, alnımın çatına sıktı lan.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
O siktir.
It wasn't much of a match for him. But Doc Holliday might have taken him.
Ölsene piç.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. He
Koşarken.
never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
Aha dur. Deneyim puan
Everybody
kazanmış.
knew that Curly shot him in the back.
Şimdi
That was
bunların
common
hepsini
knowledge.
açınca işlemeli Ranger açılıyor. Bu işlemeli altı patlar. Bu gümüş çifte, gösterişli çifte, fil dişi işlemeli seri patlar, altın tüfek. Daha hoş gibi. Konsantrasyon, evet, işime yarar.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man. Gonna cut you a new smile!
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his
Çok
son
güzel
take over
jenerik
the
oldu ha.
Cowboys?
Bağırmasaydı.
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
O mermi. En sevdiğim. Dur şimdi nereye gideceğim? Oğlum bakın bir anda önüme fırlamayın, tırsıyorum ya.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire
Oh,
cowboy
dynamite.
gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Gerçekten yaptım Jack. İnanmıyor musun? Kendi gözlerine gör. Siktir. Daha hızlı doldursana. Bitch.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Ya illa mermi harcatacağım ama. O siktir. Ben niye oraya sıktım ki zaten? Oğlum fena ağzına sıçıyorlar ha. Siktir. İnşallah ölmeyeceğim. Tamam dur. Halledebilirim. Ne dedim ben? Sikeceğim. Oğlum ölmüyor.
I'm gonna shoot you down.
İyi ki bu silahı almışım abi bir anda. Daha... Ay... Şerefsizler. Siktir ağzım. Bekleyin oğlum bekleyin. Dinamitim var. Bitch.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Kırılmıyor mu lan bu? Kırılmıyor ama sallanıyor. İşe bak sen. Evet buradan gideceğimize
And where was
eminim.
Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still
Oradaki
alive made a
diyaloglar çok
last
güzel
stand.
yalnız ha. Kereste fabrikasında Curly Bill'i bul. Dur hemen. Her şeyim tam. Hazırım. Gidiyorum. Hani her ihtimale karşı tam ben yanından geçerken patlatmasınlar falan. Kaçabilirsin ama saklanamazsın pislik.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Curly Bill'i öldür.
Are you
Onunla bile
saying they
korum.
ran?
Öldürmek ne kelime.
Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Siktir. Doldur. Dur. Kim sıkıyor bana? Harika. Sen you can't fight. Kaçma piç. Bekle o zaman. Kaç. O değil, bu adamlar nereden çıktı? Öldüm. Tamam, bu sefer profesyonel oynayacağım. Öncelikle eğiliyoruz. Siktir. Kim? Nereden? Nasıl? Kaçma. Kaçma. Salak herif ya. Abi çok güzel oyunda bug buldum.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Oğlum burada ben varım ya. Hayır oğlum, hızım çok düşük, dur ya. Hızım artsın. Hadi bitirebilirim bunu yapabilirim. Evet be.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
Bayağı iyi.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Evet, yine 400 yapım gerçeğin kırıntılarında. Evet arkadaşlar, bugün de Juarez'den bu kadar. Herkese iyi günler diliyorum.